Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi Theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesign and techtips.com. Well, we've got a great little hover effect for you today. It's these floating images at the top. We're going to show you how to build these from scratch. We are going to have to do a little bit of CSS coding for this today, but don't let that put you off. Any code that I write I'll put below the video and you're welcome to copy it and paste it. And these images also, you can have them linked to somewhere, or you can have them pop out into a lightbox if you prefer. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. And once enabled, I'm going to go down to where we want to work. I've got a section here, the blue tab. Inside I've got a row, the green tab, with 3 columns in it. I'm going to delete this row and we'll start from scratch. I'm going to hit the little trash can there. And I'm going to add a new row. Again, I'm going to put in 3 columns. You can put in 2 or 4, whatever you like, whatever works for you. I'm going to be using 3 today. Divi comes as standard with all these modules here, plenty enough to build just about any site. The module I want to use today is the image module right here. And this comes as standard. So I'm going to left click and it'll pop it in. And we can click on our image here and choose what image we want to put in there. I guess I'll use the same as before. Okay, well there's our image. If we roll down a little bit in link just below that, this is where you can decide whether you want to open it in a light box. If you do, just pop that to on. If you don't, leave it off. If you want to put a link so that when somebody clicks on it, it takes them somewhere, you can put that just below there once you've got the light box switched to off. Image link target, always best practice. If you're linking to your own site, leave it in the same window. If you're linking away from your website, open it in a new tab so that your website stays open. Okay, well I'm going to just choose a lightbox for this one. And that's pretty much all I want to do to this image here. If you want to, you can go to the design, you can add overlays. I'm not going to worry about an overlay. You can align it left, middle or right of the column. Because we haven't resized it, it's filling all of our column, so I'm not going to use that. And sizing, you can make it bigger or smaller, obviously. You can put borders around and make rounded corners if you want to. If you want rounded corners, just put a value in there. Just put in the value that you want and it'll put in the pixel value for you. If you've got the chain checked, it's going to do all 4 at once. If you want to do different sides, different shapes and get some shapes going, just uncheck that. You can do that. And obviously you can do 50% if you want them really rounded. If you want round images, you need to start with a square image though, so height and width need to match. For instance, if I go into this one, leave it at 50%, we'll go back up to sizing. Let's say 250 wide, 250 high, so I'll say 250. Let's put in percent. I'm going to delete the percent and put in pixels. I don't want it 250%, great. And I'll copy that and put that in the height. And you should see we've got a perfectly round image if that's what you want to do. There we go, perfectly round image there. Okay, well, I don't want round images. I was just showing you that just in case you did. So I'm going to take that all away. And back to our border, we'll take that away. I think just for fun I'll put a bit of box shadow on there though. Common to all Divi modules, if you do something and don't like what you've done, simply select it and delete it. It'll go back to the default setting for you. Great, well there we are. I'm just going to pop a bit of box shadow on just to lift it off the page a little bit. Perfect. Okay, this is where the fun bit starts. I'm going to go over to the advanced and I'm going to give it a CSS class. So down CSS IDs and classes, click on that. I'm going to give it a class. It'll work with an ID as well, but I'm going to use a class for this today. And I'm going to call it hvimage, so hover image. You can call yours what you want. It's a good idea that it makes sense to you though, and it's got to be unique. Great. Now that we've got that, we can actually target it with some CSS to be able to make it animate. So let's save our changes here. What we can do now, I'll save the page changes. I'll leave this builder open. Let's go to our dashboard. I'm going to go to to my customizer, which is down to appearance and customize. That'll bring us to this page. I've actually temporarily set this as the home page so it pops up in our customizer here. If you want to know how to set your home page, down here we've got home page settings. Make sure your page is published or it won't actually show up here. This will only show you published pages. And just select the page you want. Okay, just down below home page settings is additional CSS. If I click on that, and that'll bring us to this additional CSS panel. This is where we can write the code we need to write to animate our little image here. Okay, always a good idea to give CSS code a title, and to create a title it's / */ In between the two stars you can write what you want. It will not be read as code, so it's a great place for notes and titles. So I'm just going to say image float. Okay, well we gave our image a class of hvimage for hover image. All classes have to have a dot or a period in front, so it's hvimage. Now we can open and close some curly brackets, and inside we can write the code that we need. So if I just split those black brackets up there, and we're going to create an animation to do this. So I'm going to say animation colon, and we've got to give it a name. So I'm going to call it mymove. Mymove. And the time it takes to actually complete this, I want to say, is pretty slow. So I'm going to make it 5 seconds. So when I've put the actual keyframes in, the time it takes to complete a cycle will be 5 seconds. And I want it to keep going and going and going. So I'm going to say infinite. Okay, let's go down and create our animation called mymove. So I'm going to drop down. I'm going to put at keyframes, and it's mymove is the name. Now we can open and close some more curly brackets, and we can set the actual positions we want it to move to. So I'm going to start off at 0%. 0%. I'm going to open and close some more curly brackets, and I'm going to say top colon 0 pixels. So it's going to start off at the top there, semicolon. Now I'm going to copy this twice. Control C to copy. Paste it once and twice. And I'm going to say perhaps at 50%. I want it to be 20 pixels from the top. So let's put a 2 in front of there. And as you can see, it started going down there already, but it's jumping back up to the top. So I'm going to say at 100%, I want it to go back to the top there, which is 0 pixels. And that should smooth that out. There we go. Well, we've got our first floating image there. Now to rinse and repeat is really easy. If you want them all the same, well, that's fine. You can just give anything, well, anything. You could give this that class and it would hover up and down like that. It doesn't have to be an image. But if you want different ones like I had on the initial images, let's go back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this image. I'm going to click on it. Duplicate it, little 2 squares. There's one duplicate. Doesn't matter which you drag across. They're both exactly the same. Click again. There's another duplicate. Now let's go in here. Obviously we want to change the image. Unless you want 3 of the same image. It's entirely up to you. Let's grab that one. I'm going to go change the class as well for our second one there. I'm going to go to Advanced, to our CSS IDs and classes, and to keep it easy, I'm going to call this hover image 1 or HV image 1. I'm just simply putting a 1 on the end. I'm going to do similar to the one next door. We'll change the image and give it a unique CSS class also. Over to Advanced CSS Classes, we'll call this 2. There we go. And we'll save the page changes. This time I'll exit the Visual Builder. Let's go back to our custom CSS here. I'll have to refresh this page to get these other 2 to show up. So let's publish and refresh the page. There we go. As you can see, our first one's still hovering. Our other two classes haven't got anything to activate them. Let's go back to our additional CSS. And to keep this really simple, I'm going to copy this twice. Control C to copy, drop down a couple, Control V to paste, drop down a couple more, Control V to paste one more time. I'm going to make this one hvimage1, and that second one will start doing the same as the first one. Third one, I'm going to make 2, and that will do similar. Because we've actually started them off at slightly different times, they're going up and down at different rates. But if we'd refresh the page, they'd be going in sync. So to make them go at different rates, I'm going to change the timing a bit. I'm going to say 7 seconds perhaps on this one. And let's make it 6 seconds on this one. And we can change the amount that they're going up and down to. So perhaps let's make this one 30 pixels. And we'll take this one down a bit shorter, maybe to 15 pixels. And there we are. They are actually moving at independent rates now. So let's publish our changes. And we'll go over to the page. Once I refresh this page, those should start animating. And there we have it. Those images have started animating now. They're animating independently. I think the one on the left was 5 seconds, the one in the middle was 7 seconds, the one on the right was 6 seconds, and the amount they're traveling up and down was slightly different in each as well. So there you go. That's a nice little effect to have on your site. Really easy to do. Little bit of coding involved, but like I say, I'll put that down below the video. You're welcome to copy it and paste it. Use it as you wish. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie with System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.